What's up, everybody? Welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, my sister Dolores.
What's up?
And my brother Derek.
What's up?
And today we're going to be talking about episode number 2 of She-Hulk. So this is the latest Disney Plus series about a lady. There we go. We came full circle.
Yeah, there we go.
But yes, so we got She-Hulk episode number 2, and the thing that everyone's been pointing out about this is it is short.
Yes.
It's too short.
Too short? You say too short?
Yes.
Okay. I did feel it when it ended. I was like, man, that was quick.
Yeah.
But I kind of appreciate it a bit because I didn't feel like at parts of this episode that nothing was happening. And with all the other Disney Plus shows, it felt that, well, except for WandaVision, but it felt that way where it's like, okay, nothing's really happening.
Right. So I'm fine with it not being an hour or 45 minutes. My thing is, if it's going to be 30 minutes, it has to be a true 30 minutes because this episode was about 22 minutes.
Yeah.
Because we had 8 minutes of credits and then a minute and a half of previously on, which we do not need when the other episode is right there.
Yeah, we got to talk about the previously on. That was meant for regular TV when it aired and we had no way to record it.
Right. You had to wait a week until the next episode showed up.
Yeah.
So we remember, or when TV went on break for
3 months.
3 months.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So we needed the previously on to remind us what happened.
Yeah, I
hate that. When you're in wintertime, it's like,
Yeah.
first of all,
We
we're
out
on
of
break.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the show goes on break too?
Yeah.
Like,
what I'm supposed to do.
So we're watching a whole bunch of repeats we seen. Yeah. I
Trash.
hated that.
hated that so much.
Yeah, I hated that too.
So yeah, the previously on is unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
But we pick up with Jennifer. She's back in the real world. Everybody's seen her She-Hulk out, and so now she's kind of famous as She-Hulk, which she didn't want.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets fired from her job. Now, I'm on the fence about this because my wife is like, "Oh, that's messed up," and then I was like, "But they have a point."
They do.
She sways the jury, which is unfair in trial.
True.
Well,
But-
at least that trial was fairly thrown
Yeah,
out.
no,
Yeah.
that trial, that has to be a mistrial.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, one, I was like, can they legally fire her?
I mean, technically, you can
mean,
fire for
you
any
can fire-
reason.
you
They
can
didn't
fire
fire
for any-
because she was a woman or a religion.
They fired her because
or-
she was a superhero.
I don't know if that's a protected class.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not.
because her new job is to defend.
But then that was another thing that's shady because it's like
She
you
got
have
hired
to
'cause she's a superhero.
you have to be a superhero at all times.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
So that's the opposite from the comics because in the comics they wanted her as Jennifer Walters and not She-Hulk.
Okay.
So things are kind of flipped, but also in the comics, I think she wanted to be She-Hulk
She did,
anyway. So everything's kind of flipped here. So yeah, they want her to be She-Hulk all the time. I was like, if I'm her, when I'm in my office, I can power down to Jen. I'm like, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
walking around as She-Hulk all the time.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, so that's why they want her on. Interesting little view of it there. Because she when she's talking to the audience mentioned that like, oh, now all these people are going to think this is why I got the job even though I'm qualified
Right.
for it. And I thought that was some insight into people that might deal with that. Like maybe it's a minority or something that's hired onto a job, then they actually have the qualifications, but everyone's looking like, oh, you just got the job.
You're a
because-
diversity
yeah.
hire.
Yeah.
Well, you think about it, like, yeah, she was put the head of this new division, which in a way is like, who else is going to head it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, yeah, she got the job solely because she's a hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, shout out to my man that gave her directions to the best bathroom to poop in. This is important.
It's very important.
It's super important, okay? You don't want to poop in the high traffic bathrooms.
Yeah.
Okay? You need the best
Yeah.
best bathroom to poop.
It's true.
This is true. Some interesting things came out from this episode. One, a lot pointed to the computer when she was looking for jobs.
I did see that.
Okay,
Yes.
so there are a few things. First, you have the Iron Man 3s, which is some Marvel Universe shoes. So I guess Iron Man's kind of like Jordan out there. Which, hey, you know what? I feel it.
I ain't even
Yeah.
mad at that.
I actually want some Iron Man 3s.
Yeah.
I was thinking like,
I was
yo,
looking at 'em.
what if Jordan did a crossover with this?
Let's do it. Give
I
me
would
some
snatch it
Iron-
up real
Look,
quick.
I don't spend that much for shoes.
Hey,
Everyone
I
knows.
Get the
I'll
Captain
get them.
America ones. Like, let me get them.
Yep.
Or maybe we should design some. Maybe we should buy like some Air Force Ones, and we start painting. Oh, we'd get sued by Disney, wouldn't we?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Because I'm pretty sure they probably do have like some custom made superhero shoes that are like Jordans or Air Force Ones that only famous people can probably or rich people can pay for.
No. Well, come out with.
I'm
Iron
pretty
Man
sure
3s.
because if we would come with that idea, I'm pretty sure Disney would hit us with some
Yeah.
kind of.
I bet you if they release Iron Man 3s, they sell out.
They would definitely sell out.
So I'm
Yeah.
just saying,
Yep.
do it. Below that, there was a headline of a guy in bar with claws getting in brawl or something.
Yeah.
like that.
Was it man with claws getting
With metal claws getting to bar brawl.
Yeah.
Okay. So first, there are people out here saying that this 100% confirms Wolverine.
No, it doesn't.
No. It may be trying to like hint at Wolverine, but it
Yeah.
doesn't actually mean that is Wolverine. It was
No.
just a small throwaway. thing.
Like, do I think the man with claws is Wolverine? Yes, because who else is getting to a bar fight but Wolverine?
Yeah.
Right.
That does not mean Wolverine is showing up in the MCU. That means that some guy somewhere got into a fight.
Yeah,
Well, it could be like a call back later on,
maybe.
but it's not going to be
I don't.
something.
I don't even think
well,
it's not
maybe.
even that.
Yeah.
It's literally not even that.
Yeah, it's just this is literally just an Easter egg. I do not
It's
think
literally.
they're
It's
Oh,
not.
yeah.
planting.
You
this is
like
Wolverine.
no. People
Right,
are
right,
thinking
right.
way too hard about this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This does not mean you're about to get Logan in the MCU.
yeah.
Right.
No.
And I honestly, I don't think you. I know they keep saying it. I've said this plenty of times. Just move on to X-23. We've gotten a decade of Wolverine. We all love Wolverine, but let's move on a little bit. You know,
That's not happening.
fine.
That is
I
definitely
agree
not
with you,
happening.
but that's not happening. And I say simply it's not happening because it's like we're starting over, right?
Yeah.
Like we all assume that we're gonna get Rogue in Marvel at some point, right?
Right.
You know,
So-
I saw something because I watched somebody do a video about Captain Marvel, and another reason why I think it's going to be clear that Rogue's going to be in it, not only the fact that they made Miss Marvel a mutant,
hmm
but Captain Marvel is overpowered, right? We know that, and you can't keep using the excuse that she's off-world. She's off-world.
Uh-huh.
Finishing her trilogy with Rogue kind of takes that factor out.
Yep.
Because honestly, she could be your answer for almost everything. Almost
Right.
everything. She
Yeah.
couldn't beat Thanos.
I mean,
Well, my
But-
thing is, who does she fight in the comics?
I don't know. Nobody reads Captain Marvel comics.
Well, I'm just saying, like she exists. She must have a villain that's just as powerful as her. Why can't that just be the answer to her? The fact that she's so powerful.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I think it's a good bookend to
but
have
it's like
Rogue
a lot of
kind of take her
with
powers.
her is connection with the Kree and Skrull.
Well, then
Lord,
let's just do that. We
because-
keep playing around with them, but we're not having them. Well, let's just do that.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get that in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. The last little bit that was on her computer was finally someone mentioned the fact that there is a dead Eternal sticking up out of the ocean.
Yes. Yes.
For the while, I was like, we just not gonna talk about the fact
I
that this
said
is
that when the
4
movie
TV
came out.
shows and 3 movies later.
Yeah. I said that when the movie came out. I'm like, so we just not gonna say nothing about this hand
yeah.
coming out of
And
the.
head.
Yeah, just,
Or is it just a hand?
I
His
don't
head, it's a part of
it's
his
a
head.
head,
Yeah,
not the
okay.
hand, whatever. Sticking
It's
out the
both.
ocean.
Yeah,
It's both.
which somehow didn't disturb
Doesn't
planet
matter.
or whatever.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it don't destroy the planet, some things are thrown off.
Yeah, yeah.
Weather.
Someone had a theory that he wasn't actually coming out of the inside of the planet, but forming from like the crust of the planet.
Still
So, like,
screwing up with the
It still messes up the
Still.
ecosystem.
Like, what are you talking about?
Earthquakes,
Yeah.
weather is changing.
Yeah, well, he just changed the crust of the earth. That's cool.
I mean,
No.
it's better than him coming from the core of the planet and busting out of it. I'm like,
It's
you know,
still not good.
true. But it was a small mention. It was like, why is there a man sticking up out of the ocean? And I'm
Right.
like, that's all I needed.
Yeah.
Personally, that's all I needed.
Yeah. If you're going to have something that big and that major, it needs to be mentioned.
Yes.
Yeah.
It definitely needed to be mentioned. So yeah, Jennifer has to work for Blonsky, or she was asked to take him on as a client.
Mhm.
So Abomination, which was interesting because he's supposed to be all namaste now, right?
Mhm,
You know,
mhm.
and cool, which no one believes. But he brought up an interesting point. He was saying that, like, hey, like, the government gave me this super soldier serum and this caused subsequent actions and stuff.
Right.
Which he would have a leg to stand on, but then when you think about it,
Mhm.
it's like, okay, but then you
Trashed Harlem.
no, but
Killed a whole bunch of people.
before that, if the
Right.
super soldier serum turned him into Abomination, then he would have an argument. But it didn't.
He
Right.
He's the one
took
that
the next
knocked
step.
out a soldier and forced Dr. Stern to give him
Yes.
Bruce's blood, which turned him. So that all of that was all on him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you became that super soldier. You're fighting, running fast, and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But then you decided to take that next step that turns you into a monster.
Yeah.
That's true, but for his defense,
But then again,
No,
I
the
would-
defense falls apart at that
his-
point.
it does fall
then
apart.
maybe we
but-
see that in the trial. I like literally, I want the prosecutor to be like, hold up, we gave you one part of it. You did this whole other extra.
Yeah, but people don't like the government, so it's easy to throw the government under the bus.
That's true.
That's true. I mean, they're not in the right.
They were definitely not in the right.
Yeah, like he did have
And he
a point.
would not be looking to kill the Hawk because that's what they hired him on to do.
Yeah, he did. I did get his point when you say I thought I was the good guy in that. And yeah,
He was a good guy up until the point.
Yeah,
up
up until the
until
point, yeah.
until that point.
But isn't that always though when it comes to defending criminals?
No,
No.
no.
Like they have a reason on why they did, and they feel that they were justifiable in that.
No,
reason.
he actually gave a sympathetic reason.
Yeah.
Not all criminals have a sympathetic reason.
Yeah.
He actually gave one until that point of the movie
Yeah.
where
Like,
he
yeah. It's like, okay, we agree, but then what about all the other stuff?
yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he has a point and then he didn't.
Yeah. But I'm glad they brought that out. Which it all fell apart beforehand anyway, because in Shang-Chi he was fighting in cage matches. So
Right.
Yeah.
which actually puts this series right after Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
You know, or
Somewhere around.
sometime
Somewhere.
after
Yeah.
after Shang-Chi. Which is okay, cool.
I don't care when the time it is, but fine.
Which it still lines up because in Shang-Chi, Bruce Banner did have the device on his arm, which kind of
Yeah.
tells us we've been saying Marvel's been aimless, but apparently they did have some stuff planned.
I don't think they've been aimless per se. I just think the shows and movies have been blah.
Yeah, they just been blah.
They've just
They've
been blah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we as the audience, we were getting restless with what is the direction that we're going,
Yeah. So, okay.
that they're going. It's not like we're not writing anything.
They should let me right now. No.
I don't know. I think I have good ideas until someone else read it.
Mm.
Yeah, that's when it all goes downhill. No. Okay, so lastly, we need to talk about the Hulk, which everyone's losing their minds over because he's in space now.
So what?
On
So-
the ship.
Everyone's wondering if this is leading to Planet Hulk or World War Hulk. I think they're probably going to try and do a version of some of that. You can't really do Planet Hulk because he already was a warrior on Zakar. I don't know how you
That's what I'm
do it.
saying. Like, so Derek told me what those comics was about. And I'm like, they can't do it.
Yeah.
I agree with DJ that it's gonna be a version. It's not gonna be exactly it, but it's gonna be a small version.
Banner can't stay Smart Hawk.
Right.
They
That's
can't
why I
leave
feel
him
like
there.
it will be an introduction to another Hawk.
Honestly, I know I'm in the minority here. I don't care about the Hawk. Like, if we never saw him again, I am fine with that.
Yeah,
I would
but
be
the Hawk is
too.
a very popular.
I mean, I
character.
like the Hawk.
Just,
I'm not clamoring for a new one, but I'm also not against them doing one.
I just,
And Mike Ruffalo is signed on for.
I know he's gonna be
projects.
around for a while, so they're gonna
Yeah.
do something. I don't know. Like, he was in the spaceship, and I was just like, okay, well,
Well, so
Yeah,
there's some,
everybody else was just like, yeah.
there's some theories about. I mean, they showed it for a reason. It wasn't, so they're doing something.
Yeah, with him being out of space.
They didn't just randomly do that. Otherwise, why have the spaceship be the reason that she crashed? That was
Also true.
shoehorned in,
yeah.
but
it
it's
was.
because they wanted to put Hawk in space.
They
Yeah, so-
literally could have did that at any other time, in any other way.
Yeah.
But fine.
So there are a few theories, some off the wall that I don't think is going to happen. But so World War Hawk, we might get something like that. He has no reason to be angry at Earth or
That's
the
what I'm
Avengers.
saying. It doesn't
though.
make any sense. They're going to
Yeah.
change it completely, where it's not
Yeah.
even World War Hawk anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll see about that, or maybe like Derek said, that's how we get Greyhawk, or just
What is it? Savage Hawk?
Or,
yeah.
I wonder if we're gonna see Savage She-Hulk in this. You think-
In the show, I doubt it.
No, okay.
Maybe if it's renewed for another season.
So, maybe it'll lead to that. Someone put a crazy theory out there that maybe because you got the multiverse thing going on, we get an Edward Norton Hawk as the
No.
World Breaker Hawk.
No. I don't even know what that is, but no.
Oh.
Well, you're not going to get that because they didn't like working with Edward Norton.
They did not.
So that's not happening.
You got 3 Spider-Men in one movie.
I don't even know what is it called?
World Breaker Hawk.
World Breaker.
I don't know what that is.
Well, and it's in the name. It breaks worlds.
Yeah.
It's a really strong Hawk.
Yeah, like no one can beat him. Like
He
no
punched through a planet.
No
or
one
something.
can beat him now.
That's true.
one.
Well, I mean, Smart Hawk, yeah, a lot of people can beat him. Smart Hawk's kind of trash.
Yeah, that's why everybody is upset.
What are you talking about? Isn't he from the comics?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
So what are y'all so upset about?
I'm not upset about it.
Because
I'm personally not upset about it.
fans
People are upset about it.
because fans want like the Avengers Hawk. That's what they want.
Well, he outgrew that.
I mean, they will have to do Professor Hawk eventually, right? So he did that, but if they want to continue using Hawk, I know you don't care, but they're going to.
Yeah,
Hawk's
it's
a
gonna be
popular
different.
character.
Yeah,
You can't leave him as Smart Hawk. In order to continue the story, you're gonna have to revert him back somehow.
Whatever. I honestly do not care about
Or
this
do
guy.
we get a No Way Home Hawk so we get Eric Bana, Edward Norton, and Mark Ruffalo all in?
yeah. They should not do that.
Do it. Get all the Hawks in one movie.
They should not do that.
Yeah.
Now the
So
other thing that they said that could be leading to something was when Belansky made mention of his 7 pen pals getting together.
I thought that was just like groupies that he.
Well, people were saying that if you think about the characters that Vantessa, that is her name, right?
Well,
Or
no,
Contessa?
Contessa
What kind of
Valentina.
name will be Van Testa?
I mean, yeah. Getting them together for the Thunderbolts.
Is he in the Thunderbolts?
Oh, it's the Thunderbolts 7?
Yeah, it is.
He is in
something.
the Thunderbolts, I think. No, I thought it was Greyhawk.
It is Red Hawk, but Red Hawk haven't been introduced.
Well, we
So
could.
he
Although,
would-
wait, that guy's dead, isn't he?
No,
The dude that played Thunder Ross.
no,
Didn't someone die?
he's not dead, is he?
No, I don't think so.
No,
he's just
William
really
Hurt?
old.
No.
Yeah, he's just really old in real life.
I did not kill him off because he's really old.
Oh, yes, you did.
Yeah, you
Wow.
did.
Wow.
But yeah, they could be using him to replace him.
Oh,
as that character. For
that's a
those
boring
movies.
replacement. You can't replace Red Hawk with Abomination.
Yeah, but they were saying
Just make it the Red
There
Hawk.
was like
Yeah.
Abomination, Black Widow sister, Zemo.
Oh man, wait, hold on.
Not
Y'all-
dancing Zemo.
Yeah, I heard me. So you can get Eric Bana, Edward Norton, Mark Ruffalo, and then do Amadeus Cho as well.
First of all, he died.
Oh, he did.
Will you guys listen to me? I'm right
Sometimes.
all the
I
time.
didn't know he died. When did he die?
Hey,
In
they
March.
can do Bruce as Red Hawk.
Does Bruce have a
No.
Red Hawk?
No, he doesn't.
No, you
No,
can't do
you
that.
cannot
No.
do that.
No.
No.
So somebody else would be Red.
Someone else has
Someone
to be Red Hawk.
else has to be a Red Hawk.
It doesn't have to be what's the name? Because I'm sorry that William Hurt was a good actor. I didn't know he died.
Maybe they can recast him. I don't know if they will.
No. Oh, so his last movie was Black Widow. I mean, that's not his last movie. Probably last Marvel movie was Black Widow.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But yeah, those are who's supposed to be in the Thunderbolts.
Okay.
U.S. Agent.
Who?
Well, I know. So you have Yelena,
okay. Got it.
U.S. Agent,
and
Zemo. Yelena's probably gonna be an Avenger eventually, though.
Oh, and she can't change teams?
I mean, okay. Who else? Oh, Abomination. I guess for now that's all we got, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's more people in it, but
But they never said they were doing the Thunderbolts. People just
yeah,
kept
it's
saying.
been
Yeah.
announced.
Has
Yeah.
it been announced?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's why everybody was
Phase 4 or no,
speculation-
Phase 5.
That's
Thunderbolts.
why everybody was speculating that was the 7 people that he was talking about.
Okay. All right, maybe that is. We'll find out. I have to say this show is interesting. Like, I am interested in what happened. I actually like the feel of the show since
I do
it's
too.
a comedy. It's not. It's different. It's not the same as the other Marvel shows that we get
Yeah.
I'm fine with it being different. I just feel like it doesn't give you a chance to get into it
because it's so short.
because
Yeah.
it's so short.
Yep. That's my only gripe with it.
Yeah, it's like I'm like ready to enjoy it and then it just ends. And I'm like, I'm not asking for another half hour. I'm asking give me another 10 minutes.
Yeah, I took another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe possibly 15.
I agree
no more than that.
with what we said last week. They should have did episode 1 and 2 together.
It would have been
I
better.
feel
If
like
they
1
would've
and
been
2
in-
should
if
have
they
been
would have been
together.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we when I watched it and then we rewatched episode 1 and 2 back to back,
Mm-hmm.
and that feels better watching it.
They also explained on why Titania was there.
So random. It's still random. I was like, okay.
So she's a social media influencer.
Yes.
Yeah, and she was leaving traffic court, trying to escape traffic court or something.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was like, well, now that's dumber than her just randomly entering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is supposed to be dumb.
That is true.
That
It's
might be.
Titania. Remember,
Yes.
it's Titania.
Yes.
She was dumb in the comics and dumb here too.
That's extremely dumb.
Yeah, and remember, Jamelia Jamil said, I butchered her first name, but she said that this villain is more annoying than anything else. Like that is more of her problem than any of her powers is that she's annoying. So I feel like if it's
Okay. Fair
I mean,
enough, I
Dolores
guess.
over here is going to find her annoying.
oh yeah, but see, remember when you're angry at the TV, she's supposed to be.
Okay.
She's supposed to be dumb. That's why her outfit looked stupid.
Yeah.
I will
last
keep that in
episode.
mind. If it's supposed to be dumb, then I'm just
I
gonna
think
let
that
it slide.
having her as a social media influencer definitely fits.
Oh my god. I was like a super influencer. And people would follow that too.
Yeah, they would.
Obviously, people follow anything.
Yeah. One last thing to point out, She-Hulk passed a room in the law office full of comic books. And I guess in the MCU, like in regular Marvel Comics is a thing in
Mhm.
universe.
Yes.
Apparently they're licensed by the superheroes and can be used in court. I don't know how you could,
Now,
because that's like using movie about someone as admissible in court. It's like, come on,
Well,
like
I
it may
was
be
gonna
based on
say-
a true story, but
Wasn't there a law passed where it's like you couldn't use rap songs against an
Yeah.
artist?
Yeah, that was recent. Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like the same thing should apply. Like, you can't use Captain America's comic books. Like, see, he did murder the Red Skull.
It's like that was
Like-
in the comic book, bro.
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean I did it,
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know how that's admissible in court, but fine.
because that is all new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. So they had actual Marvel comics up on there, which was cool. Which is cool. I did enjoy the episode. Her family was interesting.
Yeah.
Good dad. Why does everyone think like because she's a superhero she knows everything else about all the other superheroes?
I think it's kind of like that. It's like, let's say your family member, one of your family members get into the NBA.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, now they're going to ask you a whole bunch of questions like, oh man, did you be able to get LeBron's number? You know, oh, did you talk?
It don't even have to be that deep. So, I'm an engineer, right?
Mhm.
If I say I work for the water department, everyone's like, "Oh, do you know this guy?" No, I don't know who that is. And every time you say that, someone they're like, "Oh, so you must know this person." No,
So they just assume you work at the water department. You know everyone that works.
I know
at the
everyone that
water-
works at the water department.
Of course you do. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I did think that was a little funny. But what was worse is like, why don't you just ask Bruce? You're related
But
to
remember,
Bruce too,
for
and
the-
he's an Avenger.
for the longest, for the longest, he had to stay away,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
right? So now he's like Smart Hawk or whatever. So Thanos happened. He spends 5 years on an island, and now he's Smart Hawk, and he probably never
Okay.
really went back home.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then he also like 9 feet tall too,
True.
so he doesn't really fit in the house.
Yeah.
This okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. I thought the after credit scenes was funny with her.
They're like,
Helping
she's
around the
doing all the
house.
stuff. Yeah.
I don't know which way to turn it. The tire is just spinning.
So you have to loosen them on the ground first, and then lift the car up. Gosh, guys, learn how to change tires. All right. Well, those are our thoughts about the episode. Again, we're not ranking it until the end of the show. We may do something on every episode if there's enough to talk about. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But that was episode number 2. If you guys enjoyed it, let us know in the comments wherever you're watching or listening. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and we will catch you next time.